Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, I am MakeupPixie and I make makeup videos. Please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on my future videos. So we are together again because I received a package from my friends over at Beauty Junkees. They sent me over their 6-piece makeup sponge set, and I will show you when we get more into the video because I already used them and they're all staying now, so stay tuned and you will see them. For this video, I'm going to be applying all my face makeup with just the sponges. No brushes, just sponges, so you guys can see how the sponges worked and what I think of them. So if you're excited to see what the sponges look like and how they work, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get right into the video. So for the sake of saving time, I went ahead and did my eyes already. I used the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. Obsessions is correct. I'm so obsessed with these colors. They look so good. They're so pigmented. They're blendable. They're amazing. I love this freaking palette so damn much. It's so freaking pretty. So today's video is all about the sponges. So let's see what we got here. So in this nice little package, we have 6 sponges, and let's see, we have an envelope here, and it says Beauty Junkies, super cute. Aww, and the little sticker, just like last time, it says you are beautiful. This is so precious. I love this thing. And we have a business card and basically to say thank you card to me. Thank you so much. So they each come individually wrapped. So I have a little info sheet and I'm going to tell you guys about each individual sponge and what they are good for. We're going to start off with the pink and black teardrop sponge, makeup sponge, the best makeup blender sponge you will ever use. Tired of cakey, stubborn foundation? Want a more natural airbrush finish? This is what your makeup routine has been missing. It's not the makeup, it's how you apply your makeup, which is so freaking true. So let's go ahead and open these. I like that they come in their own little bags. So this is what they look like, pink and black. Next we have the green oval makeup sponge, and it says this sponge has dual tips for precise concealing of any creases, fine lines, or imperfections. The main purpose of the dual tips is for concealing and removing any makeup errors, such as smudges of eyeliner, lip liner, lipstick, and mascara. So this will be more for like under here, blah, 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 or if you're cleaning up here or in your lips. So that's what the fine tips are for. Then we have the blue sculpture makeup sponge. Here, this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like an hourglass. So this one, it says the blue sculptor makeup sponge is ideal for blending foundation and applying skincare products. The product is not absorbed into the sponge but rather sits on the flat surface. Cool. This is, when I saw it, I looked at it and I was like, I'm gonna use this to apply my foundation. So the next one is the purple pear makeup sponge, and it looks like this. And this one says the pear sponge has an hourglass shape that provides a better grip, helps prevent tearing in the sponge, and is placed in the middle to give optimal control while using either the base of the tip of the sponge. Either base tip of the sponge. The sponge can be used with any liquid makeup or powders to give a finished look. Then we have the Pro Contouring Makeup Sponge. So it looks like this. It has kind of like a chiseled cut right there, and then the oval shape on the bottom. Ideal for blending out any cream products, the flat angle blending sponge creates an airbrush finish with cream contours. Provides flexibility and versatility in your routine. Sorry, I am so blind. It takes me a minute to focus. What's the first thing you do when you get a sponge? Now, normally you would wash it. At least I wash my sponges the first time for use. But I don't got any soap in situation here. I'm not by a sink. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and dip it in some water. So I have some water here. So the first sponge that I'm going to go ahead and use is the blue sculptor sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and insert that in the water. I'm trying to like not create a disaster on my desk, so look how big it got. I normally like to take a paper towel and soak up the extra water because I like full coverage. I'm a full coverage type of gal because girlfriend has a lot of imperfections here, so I like full coverage. So what's the first thing we're going to do is prime, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. This has been my go-to primer recently. It's just so hydrating. Now that the summer is over, my skin is starting to get a little more drier because girlfriend has dry skin. So yeah, once the summer is over, I stop sweating and I get dry. So I'm going to go ahead and use the bottom part of the sponge for this. I'm going to put a little dab here and a little dab here and a little dab here and here and here. So that was too much. This feels so bouncy. It's good. Like, it doesn't feel... I've had my share of beauty sponges. Some of them feel like you're literally like punching yourself in the face with it because it's so dense. This feels so bouncy. Like, so while we wait for the primer to work itself in the skin, let me talk to you about color correcting. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but in person here, I have a lot of darkness here, and I got a darkness under the eyes because guess what? I don't sleep well. So I have dark circles, and I have a lot of darkness here around my mouth. Don't know why it's there, but it's there. So I color correct. And I've been using the Dragon Beauty... Can't see it, but I've been using the Dragon Beauty color corrector. The orange one, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but that's basically what it is. I'm going to go ahead and apply some of this color corrector, and I'm applying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around the mouth, and just a little here under the eyes. Not too much because a little does go a long way, and I'll show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the bottom part of the sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. See, a little goes a long way. I know it looks a little weird at first, but trust me, it makes a huge difference. And then I'm gonna use this little fine tip part and blend out the under eye part. See what I mean? A little goes a really long way. No need to add too much product when color correcting. The orange one anyways. Okay, and now we move on to foundation. Like I said, I'm a full coverage gal, so I'm using the Anastasia Luminous Foundation in the shade 370W, and I'm going to go ahead and use my little palette here, and I'm going to prepare 4 pumps because, like I said, I'm a full coverage gal. I need the pumps. Okay, 1 pump doesn't do anything for me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the blue sculptor sponge, and I'm going to grab this flat part here. I like how bouncy it is. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my little drops here. It looks like this, and I'm going to go ahead and start applying. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's how bouncy it feels. That was 1 pump and not even the full thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I already like the coverage. Interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the rest of the product here and put it usually in my trouble areas, which is right here in the middle of my face. And I'm just gonna apply the rest. And for the concealer, we're gonna go ahead and grab the green oval makeup sponge. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one because these little tips here are gonna be so good in here. So I have to be a little careful because I have very sensitive skin. I have eczema. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I did I tried to do 13 looks for Halloween. But because I have sensitive skin, my eyes got triggered. my eyes got, I don't know what happened with my eyes, but my eczema broke out and the inner corners of my eyes, so I have to be very careful where I apply concealer because I'm trying to like let them heal or whatever. So this sponge is going to be very helpful for me right now with precision. Why does that sound so weird? For concealer, I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I am shade Tan. So this is actually because of my summer tan situation. It's a little light, but can't be affording to get a concealer, so we're gonna go ahead and use it anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply just like that. So let's go ahead and put that aside, and let's go ahead and work this baby and see how it works out. I totally avoided the area that I needed to avoid because of how fine that point is. Wow, that sponge worked so freaking well. Holy shit. Good job, Beauty Junkies, on making that sponge because that definitely worked so well in my favor right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the same sponge and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some setting powder. For setting powder, I use the Pretty Vulgar Cosmetics setting powder in transparent, translucent, and the powder room. Mad about it. Translucent setting powder. Alrighty, so I'm gonna grab at the opposite end and I'm just gonna dip in a little bit, not too much, just a smidge, just enough to set everything. And I'm gonna go ahead and tap that in here. So for contour, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the none other Pro Contouring Sponge. So let me know in the comments below what sponges you have used, which ones you like, which ones you don't like. Because there's so many sponges out in this world, of course, and there's some good and some bad. Trust me, I've tried a lot of them. First, I'm going to grab my Trustique Color and Contour Cheek Stick. So I apply a cream first, and then I set it with a powder contour. So this is at its wit end, that's it. This is like running low. So forehead, or temples of the forehead, side of the forehead, this part, this part, and this part. Let's go ahead and blend that out and see how the sponge does. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the angled flat part and just pressing in. This one does feel a little more dense, but still not as dense as others that I have tried. Now is where I grab some powder. So for the powder, because this is a flat top, I'm going to go ahead and grab powder with the pointed part. And I'm gonna grab the more darker contour shade, and I'm just pressing the sponge in there, right? And I'm gonna directly on my cheek. I'm gonna go ahead and grab just a little bit more. So for the blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Purple Pear sponge. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this shade here, and I'm just pressing in the sponge there to get some color, and let's go ahead and apply it on the cheeks. So, guess what? The sponge blush situation doesn't work. I never applied blush before with a sponge. I was hoping it was going to work the same as the contour. So, I'm going to use a cream blush instead because the powder blush was not working. This one is Flare from Milk Makeup. I think it's called like a cheek lip stain thing. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on the back of my hand just to warm the product, but now let's go ahead and dip the sponge in there and see. Maybe if I apply it directly. Okay. Maybe because it's too light. It's like a peachish kind of looking color. I don't know if you guys could even see it on camera. Like I can see it a little here on camera, I mean in person, but I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up. Alright, so we are pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lip color and I will come back with my thoughts. Okay, so I am done. I went ahead and applied my lip color and I finished the bottom of my eyeshadow. So here are my thoughts for these sponges. I think my favorite one was this one, only because, like I said, I have very sensitive skin right here. So this was so good at applying the concealer in places where I needed to avoid. So this was like really good. And I also really enjoyed the blue sculptor one. The way this applied my foundation was really good. Usually I need 2 pumps on each side of my face, but somehow I had leftover foundation. So this was really good. It was very bouncy. I didn't feel like it was too dense, like it was like harsh on my face. So these 2 were my favorite. And I gotta say, the teardrop one was not bad, like it was good, but these 2 were definitely my favorite. I feel like they worked very well for me and I just really liked the way they applied the product. So with that being said, I have a code with Beauty Junkees. It is MakeupPixie and you could use it to get 20% off your purchase. So if you guys want to try out these sponges, I'll go ahead and leave the link below and you guys can check them out for yourselves, and again, use the code MakeupPixie so you get 20% off your purchase. Now we are at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also follow me on social medias at MakeupPixie. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!